Hello and welcome to another AIC video. Not sure how many of you have been aching for an update on my 2000 Cadillac Catera, but thought I'd go ahead and give an update for those who might find this interesting in the future. A couple things. I did go ahead and complete the suspension upgrade. I do have a bit of a kerchow situation going on here with the front wheel. It just needs alignment. I tried to adjust that a little bit. I got it better than it was, but it needs alignment anyway, so I'm going to take it in and get that done. I have been working on replacing the valve covers because of the design of these. It's really a poor design. On every other valve cover I've seen, the bolts go around the edge, and that way the clamping force is on the edge where this gasket or seal is. In this case, the clamping force is here in the center and it seals on either side. And so what happens is this heats up, these expand, and the seal or the gasket leaks. And you can tell that. I have my socket here for my spark plug. If I put that in that hole, pull it out, those spark plug holes are just full of oil. And I went to actually drive this to the alignment shop, and I couldn't even get there because by the time the engine warmed up, I had such plumes of smoke coming out of the engine bay from the oil leaking onto the exhaust manifold. It was crazy. I honestly thought I had an engine fire. Fortunately, that wasn't the case. So I got all the parts. It took a long time to find all the parts. To do this, unfortunately, I'm waiting on more parts because this is the ignition coil pack. This is for the passenger side. And I have new boots because they've been sitting in oil. I thought, oh, I'll go ahead and replace these rubber boots and the springs that are on the inside. I went to go take this one off, and I was just trying to see if I could loosely or gently loosen this. And I had almost zero pressure on it, and it just snapped. And I can almost just break this with my finger. You see how brittle that is. Just breaking it right there. Almost no pressure. So I had to order new, and I went ahead and bought both sides because they weren't that expensive. They're like 30 bucks or whatever. So hopefully those will come in a relatively quick amount of time. I'm not going to remove the valve cover just yet because I want all the pieces here so that I can do the side and be done, and not, do half a job and forget where I was at, whatever. So as far as how difficult this is to do, it's a lot easier than when I did the exact same job on my Mazda B4000 or my Ford Ranger 6-cylinder. This was a lot easier to get the intake off. It's in the box over here. So much easier. And so this job, if I wasn't waiting on parts, I probably would have had this done yesterday in like 2 to 3 hours. And that's with me not knowing anything about what I was doing. Like, in my mind, 2 to 3 hours, if you haven't done something before on a car, pretty simple job, because that includes like looking stuff up, whatever. Might have been a little bit longer just because I do have some hoses I need to replace that are bad, but not a big deal. If I add that time in, I don't count that running to the auto parts store. Doesn't count in my mind. So but it should be a fairly quick process to get this all done and buttoned back up once I have the replacement ignition coil packs back. So I'm kind of annoyed that happened, since not my fault. I was being as gentle as I could, and you see how just easily this is broken. This plastic's just toast, Anyways, frustrated. So if you have any thoughts, comments, questions, leave those down below. I'm super excited to get this on the road and driving it. I have driven it just a little bit. As long as the engine isn't cold, I don't get too much smoke out of the engine bay. And it seems to drive really, really nice. I am putting in new spark plugs, now new coils, and new gaskets. I have all the gaskets and stuff as well. So, and I'll clean everything up, make it look nice, replace some hoses there, and we should be good to go. Thank you for watching. Hope you have an amazing day.